Today, Jesus talks about looking forward and not looking backward. Well, what does he mean by that? I'm sure throughout my vlogs you've noticed many times that I've mentioned the wonderful year that I had in Australia. And that was 25 years ago when I was just 17 years old. I lived there for an entire year as an exchange student, and I tell you, it was the best year of my life and transformed my life. And every day I thank God for that year-long experience. And I have to admit that when I was back in high school thinking about going to Australia, that I had many last-minute doubts. And that there were also many teachers who didn't feel I was ready to go to Australia, or that I should go because I was deaf. But I kept looking forward and I didn't pay attention to that. I even had family members who weren't that supportive and didn't want me to go. And that made me doubt. But I kept looking forward. And when that day arrived that I was supposed to get on that plane and head to Australia, boy, I have to admit, I really had some last-minute doubts, wondering if I was making a big mistake. And I thought I should change my mind and back out, but I didn't. I kept looking forward and I went to Australia. Now, at the beginning of that year, while I was over there, I got homesick. I was frustrated with the language difference. The host family was different. I had to learn how to live with them. And I wanted to give up so many times and come back home, but I didn't. I didn't look back. I looked forward and kept going. And I'm so thankful that I did that because it transformed my life. If it wasn't for that Australia experience, I never would have become a priest. So I'm lucky that I kept looking forward and not looking back and just give up. So I decided to become a priest. And during the years that I was at seminary, I have to tell you, I was faced with moments of doubt and wanted to give up. Thought looking back would be so much easier than looking forward and facing those challenges. But I didn't. I kept going and I endured. But I have to admit that there are some situations in my life where looking back seemed a whole lot better than looking forward and enduring those challenges. And it's too bad because had I kept looking forward, Jesus would have been there with me along the way had I not resisted him. Our success in following Jesus is sometimes met with many failures, and that's normal. We're human and we struggle. If you recall last week, I talked about what it takes to become a good soldier, and that's enduring boot camp. I also talked about what it takes to become a good doctor, and that is enduring medical school and all the hard practice and drilling from your professors and doctors that are teaching you. Well, it's just like us. As Christians, we need to endure those hard times and let Jesus lead us through those challenges. And as we get through those challenges, we become a better Christian. We need to have that deep relationship with God. We need to love other people unconditionally. And that's what we want. We need to have that relationship with God, and we do that by looking forward and by not giving into the temptation to look backward and give up. We endure. And if we fail, that's okay. We get back up and we do it again. Thank you, and God bless you.